Hi everyone, David here. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for coming back for another video, or welcome if it's your first one. Thanks for joining us. Are you doing okay? I think I'm okay. It's a little bit warm and strange in Osaka. We had snow last week, which is strange for March, and it's been above 20 degrees a week later, which is also strange for March. So I don't know what's going on. I'm also feeling a bit tired because I took a long trip this weekend, and that's part of the topic of today's video. I decided to take advantage of the Seishun 18 Kippu. Kippu just means ticket. It's a special pass that is issued by JR that can allow you to travel as much as you like for a set period on the slightly slower trains on the JR network. Very useful if you're on a budget and you just want to do a bit of slow traveling and enjoy the scenery going past you. There was a lot of that on Saturday because I took one of the longer routes you can do, which was Osaka to Tokyo. Now, usually you can just get on the shinkansen. It takes about 2.5 hours. You can fly there. It takes even less time, apart from getting us to the airport. You can take an overnight bus if you want to, but I decided to take the JR, like a local services. Not totally local trains, that would take forever. But this ticket allows you to use the slowest local trains up to the rapid trains, which are kind of in the middle. I do have to change trains quite a lot to get there, so I'm going to show you my whole journey. It can be done in about 10 hours non-stop if you want to. I took a break for lunchtime, obviously, so I think it took closer to 12 hours in the end. So I'm going to show you all the places I went through, the changes I had to make, what you need to do if you want to do it too. And yeah, I'll just get through it. Probably won't take that long actually. So on the other side, I'm going to tell you a bit more about the Seishun 18 Kippu, when you can use it, how much it costs, all that stuff. Okay, so if you haven't done already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. You've got any questions about this? Where do you want to go using the Seishun 18 Kippu? Have you used it before? And also share this channel to anyone who's poor and coming to Japan somehow and really want to save some money like I do. Okay, so I'm going to head over to myself. I'm going to narrate my way through this journey and I'll see you on the other side. Okay, see you. Right, so let's get started. It's not even 6 AM and here I am walking to the station. This is my home station of Morinomiya, which is the one of the stations on the loop line. And I've got my Seishun 18 Kippu already. I bought it a few days before, nice and clean and unfolded in my pocket. It's not going to stay as pristine as this. I can't focus this camera at all, it's really annoying. Okay, here's the usual shot, going through the ticket gate, starting the journey. And our next train to Osaka station is in about 5 minutes, just after 6 o'clock. Fairly quiet, so this is usually quite a busy line, but people popped out of wherever they popped out from to join this train. Hopefully I can get a seat, even though it's quite a short trip. Yeah, it looks like plenty of space. So the trip to Osaka station takes about 10 minutes from Morinomiya. You can see Osaka Castle in the back there as we head towards Kyobashi and onwards. I realised I was in a bit of a rush, so here we are, 6:20, and here's my train on the Kyoto line. Well, this is the Tokaido line still, but this is going to Kyoto. We did stop at Kyoto briefly. I didn't get off the train. See the nice udon shop on the platform. But we are heading off even further to Maibara, which is in the countryside of Shiga Prefecture. So quite a nice view. Nice hazy morning. I managed to get a side that wasn't right in direct sunlight. The trains are quite nice too. This was one with the rows of seats rather than the like side, facing each other seats, which was quite comfortable. There's some seats that fold down as well, but you can't use those in rush hour. I didn't come to that, thankfully. So at some point we crossed over, well, we'd already crossed over from Osaka to Kyoto. Now we are crossing over into Shiga Prefecture. And this line runs alongside Lake Biwa. So if you go along this line, you go through Hikone and Nagahama, for example. And here we are at our final station, Maibara. So this is the end of the JR West section of our trip. We can see the bullet train was going through there too. We're going alongside the Tokaido line, which is where the Shinkansen also runs. And here we are at Maibara. I had about a 15-minute break here to try and dash to the toilet and wait for my next ride. So will take me through JR Central's territory. So here we are, here's my ride. Oh, a little bit early. Oh, hang on, no, that's not my ride at all. That was a freight train. Bit of a jump scare. And strangely, from the opposite direction, this is where the train was coming. This is my ride towards Toyohashi, which will take us into Aichi Prefecture via Gifu. So here we are, nice fresh train, nobody on it. I can dash and get a nice seat there. I've got one to myself. Another quite comfortable ride. We've got these nice double seats that you can go in the direction of travel. So here we are. We're kind of in the heartlands now, in the countryside. So lots of farming, solar panels, little small villages. And I hadn't actually noticed this place before. This is Mount Ibuki. This is apparently quite famous for skiing in Gifu Prefecture. So we've gone from Shiga through Gifu Prefecture, and we're heading now to Aichi, which is our next stop. On the way, we will stop in Nagoya. I'm not getting off again. We're just passing through. This is one of the large stations in the centre of Aichi. And here we are, back on the road, on the tracks, I suppose. And I guess this was Aichi Prefecture. A little bit more industrial. You have things like the Toyota factory over there. And we finally reached Toyohashi. This is in Aichi Prefecture, and had a bit of a extra time to wander around and take a look at the souvenirs here. So we were heading off towards Hamamatsu. There's some nice souvenirs here. There's some dorayaki there. There's some anmaki, I think these were called. I didn't get a chance to buy any of these on the way home, sadly. Never mind, next time. So here we are, leaving Toyohashi. Just had another 15-minute layover. So the Tokaido line is quite a busy one, so you get quite regular train service even in the morning. And here's my ride. Okay, so like I said, we're in JR Central's territory now, so the trains look a little bit different. And when the train turns around, well, the train doesn't turn around, obviously, but you can move the chairs over. You can see them pulling the bars to change the direction of the chairs. So you can face the direction of travel if you want to, or get a little privacy for yourself. Very comfortable seats. So here we are, going across between Aichi and Shizuoka. And oh, there's the Shinkansen buzzing past again. It's like a little Where's Wally, very elusive. And so here we are in Shizuoka. We made it to Hamamatsu. It's kind of mid-morning now, so I thought I would take a little break here and get some lunch, because I just had like a little lunch pack, a little mini sandwich before. Hamamatsu is a pretty huge station. It's a big city. I came back and stayed here on the way back to Osaka. It's famous for Hamamatsu gyoza, so that's what I was looking for. I found this specialist gyoza restaurant and tried some of those. The regular Hamamatsu gyoza there. The outside is a little bit crunchier than normal, and some sui gyoza, the water gyoza. To be honest, it was a little bit tasteless, to be honest. I was expecting a little bit more. It was a nice day too, and a Saturday, so they had some kind of brass band performance going on. It was very popular, and there they go. I didn't realise it was so popular. There were a lot of huge professional looking cameras looking on. There we go. So there we go, back in the Hamamatsu station now. I thought it would be a good idea to get back on the road, back on my train towards Tokyo. So this is only the second time I've gone outside the ticket gates. Here we are. And yeah, 1 o'clock. That was quite a long lunch break, wasn't it? So here's my next train. This was going to be the longest one, the longest route. This is going to take about 2 hours and 40 minutes. And unfortunately, it was one of those sideways ones, so you're only staring at the people in front of you. I don't really like those so much. I don't really like travelling sideways, but there we go. Especially because there's a nice view from here. The Shizuoka is a very rural prefecture, very beautiful. You can see a lot of small towns we're going past. But the main attraction in Shizuoka is, of course, Mount Fuji. And I was taking this in March, so fortunately the weather was clear enough and not humid, so we could see it quite nicely bobbing around between the houses. wasn't a great view really. There wasn't a lot of gaps in the buildings, but you'll see in another video I came back and spent a lot more time around Mount Fuji. Well, here we are, a little rest stop at Atami. This is a nice hot spring resort near the sea. This is still in Shizuoka Prefecture. We travelled for 2.5 hours, but we're still in one prefecture. And so here we are. I took a quick toilet break here because my change time was only about 3 minutes. So I took about 15 minutes. And here we are, another train. I think this was another fresh one. So now we are moving into JR East. This is the Tokyo zone. And here we are waiting for the doors to open. I can grab a seat. Doors are taking a little while. Oh, apparently you have to press the button. Okay, never mind. Don't often get those on trains. You get them in kind of cold areas because you have to keep the weather out. But so you can just about see the sea. This line follows alongside the coast, so you get some nice views from here. Beautiful, nice sunny day as well. Like I'm going to come back to Atami in another video. And finally, well, the Shinkansen made it first, but finally I made it to Tokyo Station. And it's almost 6 o'clock. We had a little bit of a delay getting there, but thankfully I made it there safe and sound. And I came to meet my friend at Tokyo Station, including this beautiful Marunouchi entrance, exit. You got this huge rotunda, is that what it's called? Big dome thing. And the beautiful building over there as well, recently refurbished and looks beautiful. And a lovely night to walk around as well, quite warm. So thanks for watching all the way from Osaka to Tokyo. And I'll hand back over to myself. Okay, thank you for watching all the way to the end. I appreciate that. So what did you think about the trip? Are you up for the challenge of Osaka to Tokyo in one day? Taking about 10 hours or 12 hours plus the lunchtime. It was quite nice actually. The scenery was really nice, the weather was good. I could sit down the whole time because a lot of the times you're changing trains at a terminal station, so a completely fresh train comes in and you just have to dash for the good seat. So yeah, it was nice. I could take it easy, listen to some music, read a book. I got through about half of my book actually, so that was a good win for me. Yeah, nice. I didn't feel too tired because the changes were spaced out quite well. I think the longest one was the Hamamatsu to Atami one, which was about 2 hours 40, which was a little bit exhausting, but try to sleep. If you got up at 5 o'clock, then you shouldn't have any trouble sleeping. So let me talk about the ticket itself. Now, I wanted to mention that because last year I made a video about the JR Pass, whether or not it's worth using or not, including the alternatives like this ticket. This has changed a bit since then, so this is the 2025 version. The biggest change is that this 3-day ticket didn't exist before. This is a new version, cost 10,000 yen for 3 days. This goes alongside the 5-day like a regular ticket, which is 12,050 yen as I'm recording this. So a bit of value for money if you get the 5-day ticket, but you've got to plan a lot, like a bigger trip to make it worth it. So some of the other big changes is that you can't share them anymore. Previously you used to get the ticket would have some little stamp spaces. So the staff would stamp your ticket every, like the first train of the day, and you could just use it however many times. And if you had a group of 5 people, for example, you could use one 5-day ticket between you. So you'd share it, so 5 people for 1 day instead of 1 person for 5 days. That's changed now. You have to use 1 ticket per person. You also have to use them on consecutive days, which was a big plus point of the old ticket. You didn't have to do that. There is a certain period when you can use the ticket, and if you leave it too late, then you just lose the validity of the ticket. These ones you have to use in consecutive days, so that's a little bit annoying. I didn't mind it really because I mostly used it for like travel, sightseeing, so I was always on the move, so that didn't really change my plan much, but it might change yours. So yeah, we've done the prices, we've done the restrictions. I think, like I said, you used to get a stamp card for this. and you had to go to the staffed window every time you went to the station. A lot of the local stations now, to kind of cut costs, are becoming unmanned. So that's why they wanted to change this into like a magnetic strip type of ticket, so you can just put it through the regular ticket gate. I think, well, I mean, if you have some trouble with it, then don't worry, because even the unmanned stations will have some kind of speakerphone thing where you can get in touch with the call center. I don't know about English or other language support on those ones. I haven't really had to use it, but I don't know, JR probably have something they can do. Yeah, so this is the ticket. I got a bit scared actually, because I put it in my pocket and folded it by mistake. I had a bit of trouble getting it through the turnstile sometimes, but I also got these, that's just a receipt, but I got these 2 cards as well with the rules and terms and conditions about the ticket. So if you've got Google Translate, good luck. You can have a look at those too. Is that everything? I'm not sure. Yeah, so the Seishun 18 Kippu, you can only use it on the local up to the rapid trains. You can't use it for the super rapids. You can't use it for limited express. You can't use it for the shinkansen either. So it's a kind of slow travel card. That's why it's so cheap. I'd say I was using these slower trains, but it was quite convenient. The service was quite regular, because the whole way I was using the Tokaido line. It's chopped up into different jurisdictions for JR. For example, Kobe to Maibara is the JR West side. Maibara to Atami is JR Central, and Atami to Tokyo and beyond is JR East. So that's where the terminals are. You switch from one company to another. You don't really have to do anything. Just sometimes you don't even have to change the platform. So I found it quite smooth. And because it's the Tokaido like main line, I didn't have to wait too long for another train if that was needed. If you're going to more remote areas like I don't know, Hokuriku area or something like that, then you might have to be a bit more careful about your itinerary, because the trains aren't so regular. In fact, I've just realized that I did a lovely trip from Osaka back to Osaka, like a big loop through the Hokuriku area. Because of the Hokkaido and Hokuriku Shinkansen, you can't really do that so much anymore, because they've the Shinkansen has kind of overtaken the local lines, and other companies have taken over some of the tracks. So that's kind of broken the chain a bit over there, which is a bit disappointing. So please be careful what your route is going to be, and if it's possible to use the ticket like that. Yeah, I think that's mostly what I wanted to say. Oh, the timing as well. You can only use it between 3 periods during the year. There's a spring set, a summer period, and then a winter period. I'll put the dates on here. Please be careful of those. Check them before you try to book anything, because I think they do have a little bit of flexibility in them. Well, I mean, the Seishun 18 Kippu, the Seishun part means kind of adolescence. So it's for young travelers, basically. Anyone can use it. I'm obviously not a young traveler, and tourists can use it, residents can use it. Not like the other JR passes that only tourists can use. Foreign residents can't use them. They came crawling back to us during the pandemic when there were no foreign tourists and say, oh, now you can use this special area pass if you want to. And then as soon as the pandemic finished, they took it away again. So I haven't forgotten JR. So yeah, there we go. So basically, it's mostly March and July and, or was it August? March, August and December, I think, are the main months. They're about kind of 6 weeks or 8 weeks periods. So just make sure you can plan around that. For example, they avoid Golden Week. You're not going to be able to use it in Golden Week. New Year, I think it's pretty much wrapped up by, oh no, I think it is over the New Year vacation as well. So maybe you can use it then. Because I think I've done that just before New Year. Yeah, there we go. That's all the information I've got about that. I do recommend it. It was a nice fun trip. I think it's the appeal is slow travel. That's kind of been squeezed out a little bit now because of the consecutive days rule. But if you just like spending time on the train and taking it easy, taking a nice break from the big city, then yeah, that'll be good. And it's also quite a convenient line because, like I said, it goes from Kobe all the way to Tokyo, and it goes through Osaka, it goes through Kyoto, Nagoya, Yokohama as well, and then finishes in Tokyo. So you can hit a lot of the big stations if you plan that nicely. Okay, so I guess that's everything. So please let me know if you have any questions. Leave a comment in the comment section. Like this video, subscribe, share this channel to everybody who's interested in traveling. And I think that's everything I want to say. Oh, did I mention the app? I didn't. I used the Japan Travel app, which apparently is powered by Navitime. I don't know if that means it's owned by it. That's a kind of travel train schedule app you can use. But Japan Travel, in the search bar, it has a variety of passes you can choose from, so you can use those. I just chose the Seishun option, and then it filters things based on that. But that was really useful for me, and it was quite easy to change my itinerary if I took a lunch break that was indefinite amount of time. So definitely check that out. It was free to use. There is a premium option as well, but I didn't feel like I needed it in this trip anyway. So yeah, I recommend that one too. So if you like this video, please leave me a super thanks as well. That's a kind of one-time tip that can help me make more interesting videos in the future. Please support me. Also, there are some membership levels if you want to join the club. I've got some exclusive contents for people who want to sign up. And I think that's it really. So yeah, talk to you soon, and I'll talk to you about the rest of my trip, because this was just one day of my 3 days. I've made some more content for that. I've got a Mount Fuji video coming up very soon. I've got a kind of temple thing I did. I'll talk about that later. I did a walking video in Akihabara too, so that will come up soon when I don't have time to edit. Otherwise, that's it. See you again, and take care. Bye bye.